The characters in my novel wouldn't stop saying the word hectometer. It was sometime in 2012, and I was wrapping up the writing process for my first book that I ever released to the public, The Fallen Odyssey. It's a portal fantasy novel about a character from the real world who wakes up in a fantasy world, and then he's recruited to rescue a kidnapped princess, only to find out once he's rescued her that she wasn't actually kidnapped. She was under arrest for the murder of the entire royal family. And then the journey just spirals out of control from there. Anyway, so it was around 2012 when I was wrapping this up. By the way, if you can hear my kids yelling and screaming in the background, they're doing fine. This is what my house sounds like all the time. So during those last phases of the writing process, I would often listen to my own writing being read to me using this text-to-voice feature that was available on an old Kindle that I had. So I would listen to it read me my own text, and it helped me to kind of hear any sentences that didn't flow right, or if I was using the same words repeatedly, that would show up when I was listening to it. Also, misspellings show up very clearly when a robotic voice is saying them incorrectly. I was working as a field archaeologist at the time, so I usually had a long commute at the beginning and end of the week, and then I was staying in hotels. So one time during my commute to the job, I was listening to a section, and I heard one of the characters, when they were about to begin a line of dialogue, just randomly insert the word hectometer in before they said what they were going to say. I wasn't sure if I had heard something wrong or what, so I made a mental note like, okay, I need to go back to that section and check there and see if I can find the word hectometer. I don't know why I would have inserted it there, but okay, I better look. So later, after a day of digging, I sat down in my hotel room and I started looking through that portion of the text, and I couldn't find anywhere that said hectometer. There was no sign of it, no sign of any unit of measurement, metric, imperial, or otherwise. Okay, weird. I didn't think I'd imagined it, but whatever. So time passed, and weeks later, I'm doing the same thing, and it was the character of Zechariah, who is like the old mentor character in the book, and right before he's about to say a line of dialogue, the robotic voice just randomly says, hectometer, and then he proceeds to say his line of dialogue. I'm like, what is going on? So I did the same thing. I went back and I read through the text, and I'm looking for this place where I apparently inserted this random word, and I found nothing. In fact, this time I opened up the document and I ran a find and replace command looking for the word hectometer, and not surprisingly, it didn't show up anywhere in the text. It's not something that I used in the entirety of the book. Okay, so at this point, I'm wondering, all right, maybe this text-to-voice feature just isn't perfect. You know, there's a glitch in the system. It's reading something wrong. Maybe I hit like a weird keyboard shortcut on accident when I was typing, and it produced like a symbol that it doesn't show up when I'm looking at the text, but it's reading it that way. I don't know. So I just kind of think, hopefully this will resolve itself and go away. Eventually, it happened again, and this time I was able to stop what I was doing immediately and look right there at the line of dialogue. And this time, what I found solved the mystery. What I found was a line of dialogue spoken by a character who was unsure of something. And so right before their line of dialogue, I had them saying, But instead of writing HMM, I had accidentally left out one M, resulting in HM. HM, the abbreviation for, you guessed it, hectometer. So finally, the mystery was solved for me. The text-to-speech was doing exactly what it was supposed to do, reading correctly something that I had spelled incorrectly. Of course, this was only one of, like 9,000 different issues that I ran into when I was putting out my first book. And every single book has its new batch of problems that you have to figure out what's going on and fix them one at a time as you encounter them. These days, you can get The Fallen Odyssey for 99 cents in ebook, or you can get it $17.99 in paperback, Or there's a complete series box set. Yes, the series is complete. It has an ending. It's done. The series box set in ebook is $9.99. Or your other option, you can listen to the audiobook completely for free on my YouTube channel. It's professionally produced, professionally narrated by an awesome voice actor, and throughout the entirety of the entire 16-hour and 50-minute runtime, he does not say the word hectometer one single solitary time. Don't forget to check out The Fallen Odyssey. Happy reading and listening. Only like one of, I don't know. My kids are screaming in the background. I literally can't do this.